Welcome back to the channel. Rarest coins. If you're into coin collecting or just enjoy discovering hidden treasures in your pocket change, this video is for you. Today, we're going to dive deep into the Lincoln penny from 1982. It might seem like just another regular penny, but in reality, certain versions of this coin are incredibly rare and valuable, with some selling for up to $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny worth just 1 cent could be worth a small fortune. Stick with me as we explore the history of the 1982 Lincoln penny, what makes it so special, and how to identify a version of this coin that could make you a millionaire. Let's get started. The history of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny has a rich history dating back to 1909, when it was first introduced to honor President Abraham Lincoln on the 100th anniversary of his birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this penny became an iconic part of U.S. coinage. Over the years, the design has undergone a few changes, but the obverse always features Lincoln's portrait. In 1959, the reverse of the coin was redesigned to feature the Lincoln Memorial, replacing the classic wheat ears that had been on the coin since its debut. This design remained in place for several decades, including on the 1982 Lincoln penny. The 1982 coin was produced during a time of significant change in U.S. coinage, as the U.S. Mint began transitioning from using copper to a copper-plated zinc composition for pennies. This change resulted in two distinct types of 1982 pennies, which is where things get interesting for collectors. Why is the 1982 Lincoln penny so special? You might be wondering what makes the 1982 Lincoln penny so special that it could be worth up to $1.5 million? The answer lies in the composition and production errors that occurred during that year. As mentioned, 1982 marked a major transition in the production of pennies. The U.S. Mint began experimenting with the new metal composition for the penny, which resulted in two versions of the coin being produced that year, one made of 95% copper and another made of 97.5% zinc, with a thin copper plating. The real excitement around the 1982 penny comes from the fact that some of these coins were struck incorrectly, making them valuable collector's items. One of the rarest versions of the 1982 penny is the bronze version. This penny, made from 95% copper, is incredibly rare because the U.S. Mint stopped producing copper pennies in 1982 and switched to the zinc composition for the majority of the pennies produced that year. Finding a genuine 1982 bronze penny is one of the holy grails of coin collecting, as most 1982 pennies are zinc-plated. A few of these rare copper pennies were accidentally released into circulation, and because they are made of a metal that is no longer used for pennies, they are extremely valuable. So, if you come across a 1982 penny that's made of copper, it could be worth much more than its face value. The $1.5 million penny. Now, let's talk about the big Oni, the penny that sold for $1.5 million. In 2019, a rare 1982 bronze Lincoln penny, one of the few still in circulation, was sold at auction for an incredible $1.5 million. This particular penny was in exceptional condition, with little to no wear or damage, which made it even more valuable to collectors. It was authenticated by professional grading services, which helped confirm its authenticity as a copper penny and not a regular zinc-plated one. This sale was a significant moment in the world of coin collecting and highlighted just how much a single rare penny could be worth. While not every 1982 bronze penny will fetch millions of dollars, the sale of this coin proved that rare minting errors and valuable coins can fetch unimaginable prices, making it one of the highest-selling pennies in history. So, how does one of those pennies end up being worth so much? The rarity is key. Given that the U.S. Mint transitioned to zinc pennies in 1982, the number of 1982 bronze pennies left in circulation is extremely limited. Only a handful of these copper pennies were released, and even fewer remain in pristine condition. That's why the value of a well-preserved 1982 bronze penny can soar to such impressive heights. How to identify a rare 1982 Lincoln penny. You might be wondering how to identify whether you have one of these rare, valuable 1982 pennies. After all, the value of a regular 1982 penny isn't much, but if you have the right version, it could make you a millionaire. Here's what to look for. Check the composition. The most important thing to look for in a 1982 penny is the metal composition. The majority of 1982 pennies were made from zinc, but some were made from copper. To determine if your penny is made of copper, you can use a magnet. Copper doesn't magnetize, but zinc does. If the penny is attracted to a magnet, it's made of zinc, and you have a regular 1982 penny. However, if it's not attracted to the magnet, it could be made of copper. Look for the mint mark. In 1982, the U.S. Mint produced pennies at multiple mints across the country, so you'll find a mint mark on your penny. Pennies from the Philadelphia Mint have no mint mark, while those from the Denver Mint are marked with a D. This isn't necessarily an indicator of value on its own, but it helps to know the mint mark to properly authenticate your coin. Examine the date. It's important to confirm that the penny is indeed from 1982. Sometimes, wear and tear can make the date difficult to read, so use a magnifying glass to check the date closely. The value of a 1982 penny is entirely dependent on its composition, so be sure to confirm that it's from that specific year. Professional grading. If you think you found a rare 1982 bronze penny, the next step is to have it professionally graded. Coin grading companies like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or a professional coin grading service, PCGS, can assess the condition of your coin and certify it. Grading is crucial when selling rare coins because it confirms the authenticity and quality of the coin, which directly impacts its value. Condition. As with any rare coin, the condition of the penny is essential. The better the condition, the higher the value. A 1982 bronze penny that's in excellent shape will fetch much more than one that's been heavily worn. If you have one of these rare pennies, keep it in good condition by storing it properly. Selling your valuable 1982 Lincoln penny. If you've identified a rare 1982 bronze penny, you might be wondering how to sell it. The best way to sell rare and valuable coins is through a reputable auction house, coin dealer, or online platforms. Here are a few options. Auction houses. The most reliable method for selling a high-value coin like the 1982 bronze penny is through an auction house that specializes in rare coins. Auction houses will market your coin to collectors around the world and ensure that it's sold at the best possible price. Coin dealers. You can also work with a reputable coin dealer who specializes in rare coins. Make sure to research coin dealers in your area and choose one who has a strong reputation and experience dealing with high-value coins. Online marketplaces. Platforms like eBay offer a way to sell rare coins online, but selling a valuable coin this way comes with risks. If you choose to sell your 1982 penny online, be sure to provide clear, high-quality images and describe the condition accurately. It's also helpful to include any grading certification to verify the coin's authenticity and value. Conclusion. And that's a wrap on the 1982 Lincoln penny. While most 1982 pennies are worth just 1 cent, a rare bronze version made of 95% copper can be worth a lot more, up to $1.5 million. In fact, the key to its value is the limited number of these copper pennies that were accidentally released into circulation, as well as their excellent condition. If you think you have one of these rare pennies, take a closer look, and be sure to get it professionally graded. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more exciting coin discoveries. Have you ever found a rare coin? Drop a comment below and let us know. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting. And screen. Check out our other videos on rare and valuable coins. And don't forget to subscribe for more tips on coin collecting. See you in the next video. Welcome back to the channel. Rarest coins. If you're a coin collector or just someone who's curious about the world of rare and valuable coins, today's video is for you. We're talking about the 1961 Lincoln penny, a coin that might be sitting in your pocket change right now, but could potentially be worth a small fortune. In fact, a rare version of this penny recently sold for a mind-blowing $1.8 million. Yes, you heard that correctly, at $1.8 million. Stick with me as we explore the history behind the 1961 Lincoln penny, the reasons it can be so valuable, and how you can identify one of these rare treasures. Let's get started. The history of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of U.S. coinage since 1909. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin was created to honor President Abraham Lincoln on the 100th anniversary of his birth. Since then, the Lincoln penny has gone through several design changes, but the overall theme has remained the same. The obverse front always features Lincoln's portrait. In 1959, the reverse design of the penny was changed from the classic wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial, which became one of the most recognizable symbols in U.S. coinage. This design remained in place until 2009 when the U.S. Mint began issuing a series of commemorative reverse designs to honor the 200th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The 1961 Lincoln penny falls in the period when the Lincoln Memorial design was still in use, and it has become an important coin for collectors. While many 1961 pennies are worth just 1 cent, a rare error or a high-quality version can make this coin extraordinarily valuable. Why is the 1961 Lincoln penny so special? So what makes the 1961 Lincoln penny so special? Well, while the 1961 is typically a fairly common coin, some versions have become incredibly valuable due to rare minting errors. One of the most significant reasons for its high value lies in a mistake made during its production process. That's right, errors can turn an ordinary coin into something much more precious, and the 1961 is no exception. The 1961 Lincoln penny is best known for a particular error known as the double die error. A double die error occurs when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned, causing the design to be stamped more than once. This results in a doubling of the date, inscriptions, or other elements of the coin's design. In the case of the 1961 penny, the error is most often seen on the date 1961 and the word Liberty, which appear doubled. This kind of error is extremely rare, and it's what has caused certain 1961 Lincoln pennies to sell for millions of dollars. When a coin with a double die error is discovered, it can create a frenzy among collectors and numismatists, driving up its value. But while the double die error is the main driver of the 1961 Lincoln penny's value, the condition of the coin is just as important in determining its worth. The $1.8 million penny. Let's talk about the $1.8 million figure. In 2019, a 1961 Lincoln penny with the double die error sold at auction for an incredible $1.8 million. This particular penny was in pristine condition, and the doubling of the date and inscriptions was easily visible. The coin was authenticated and graded by professional coin grading services, which helped confirm its authenticity and rarity. Once it hit the auction block, there was intense bidding, and the final sale price of $1.8 million blew everyone away. This sale is one of the most notable in the history of U.S. coin auctions. It shows that even a simple penny can turn into a collector's dream if it has the right error and is in excellent condition. But while this $1.8 million penny is a rare example, it's a great reminder that a little-known minting mistake can turn a coin from a piece of pocket change into a valuable investment. How to identify a rare 1961 Lincoln penny. So, how can you tell if you have one of these rare and valuable 1961 Lincoln pennies? It's all about looking for that special error and ensuring the coin is in top condition. Here's what you need to do to identify a valuable 1961 penny. Examine the date and inscriptions. The most important feature to look for in the 1961 Lincoln penny is the double die error. The doubling will typically appear on the date 1961 and the word Liberty on the obverse of the coin. This means that the numbers in the date and the letters in Liberty will look slightly blurred or doubled. Carefully inspect these areas with a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to identify any signs of doubling. Look for other minting errors. While the double die error is the most valuable, it's not the only possible mistake on a 1961 penny. Sometimes, the penny may have other types of minting errors, such as die cracks or off-center strikes. These errors can also increase a coin's value, so it's important to look for any unusual features that make your penny different from a standard coin. Check the condition. The condition of the coin is incredibly important when it comes to value. Coins that are in excellent condition without significant wear, scratches, or discoloration are worth much more than those that have been heavily circulated. A penny in mint or near mint condition is much more likely to fetch a higher price than one that has visible damage. Pay attention to the quality of the coin and whether it has been well preserved. Use magnification. As mentioned, the doubling on a double die error is often subtle and may be hard to see with the naked eye. Using a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe will help you see the doubling more clearly. This extra magnification will allow you to spot the unique characteristics of a rare coin. Get your coin graded. If you think you have a valuable 1961 Lincoln penny, the next step is to have it graded by a professional service. Coin grading services like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, will assess the condition of the coin, authenticate it, and assign it a grade. A certified, high-quality coin will always command a higher price than one that is not graded. Selling your valuable 1961 Lincoln penny. Once you've confirmed that your 1961 Lincoln penny is a rare find, you might be wondering how to sell it. The best way to sell a high-valued coin is through a reputable coin dealer or auction house. Many auction houses specialize in rare coins and can help you find the right buyer. They also provide a secure platform for selling your coin, ensuring you get a fair price. If you prefer to sell your coin online, websites like eBay can also be a good option. However, selling coins online comes with risks, so make sure to take clear photos, provide an accurate description, and be transparent about the coin's condition. You might also want to include a grading certificate if your coin has been professionally graded. Conclusion. And that wraps up our look at the 1961 Lincoln penny. While most of these pennies are worth just 1 cent, a rare version with the double die error can be worth millions. If you've got a 1961 penny in your collection, take a closer look. It could be the key to a fortune. Keep in mind that a high-quality, error-filled coin, combined with professional grading, can make all the difference when it comes to value. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new about the 1961 Lincoln penny and its potential worth. If you liked the video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss an update on valuable coins and collectibles. Have you ever found a rare coin? Let us know in the comments, and feel free to ask any questions you might have. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting. And screen. Check out our other videos on rare and valuable coins, so there's a lot more where this came from. Don't forget to subscribe for more coin tips and insights. See you in the next video. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're a coin enthusiast or just curious about the potential hidden treasures in your pocket change, you're in the right place today. In this video, we're going to dive into the fascinating world of the 1985 Lincoln penny. Yes, you heard that right. This seemingly ordinary penny could be worth a whole lot more than you think, with some even fetching up to $1.4 million. Sounds crazy, right? But it's true. Stick with me as we explore the history behind this coin, why it's so valuable, and how you might have one of these rare pennies worth a fortune. Let's get started. The history of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny has been one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history, ever since its introduction in 1909. It was designed by Victor David Brenner to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The design has remained largely unchanged for over a century, with the obverse, front, featuring a portrait of President Lincoln, and the reverse, back, featuring different designs over the years. In 1959, the reverse of the Lincoln penny was redesigned from the wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The design remained unchanged for decades and is the version that appears on the 1985 penny. The 1985 Lincoln penny was minted at the Denver Mint, as denoted by the D mint mark. It is a relatively common coin in circulation, and like most pennies, its face value is just 1 cent. However, much like other coins in the Lincoln series, There are a few rare exceptions that make certain versions of the 1985 Lincoln penny incredibly valuable to collectors. These coins might just be worth far more than the average penny. Why is the 1985 Lincoln penny so special? Now, you might be wondering what makes the 1985 Lincoln penny so special. What could possibly make it worth millions of dollars? The answer lies in a very specific type of error that occurred during the coin's production. The 1985 Lincoln penny is most famous for the double die error. This error occurs when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned or makes multiple impressions on the coin, resulting in a doubling effect on the coin's design. For the 1985 penny, this means that the inscriptions such as the date 1985 and the word liberty appear to be doubled. In some cases, the doubling can be so clear and noticeable that it can dramatically increase the coin's value. These double die errors are rare, and when they occur, they can cause a lot of excitement in the numismatic community. The 1985 double die penny is one of the most sought-after coins by collectors who specialize in error coins, which is why it has the potential to sell for such high amounts of money. But as with any coin, condition is key. A well-preserved, high-quality double die penny can fetch a far higher price than one that has been heavily circulated or damaged. The $1.4 million penny. Here's where things get really exciting. In 2020, a 1985 Lincoln penny with the double die error was sold at auction for a staggering $1.4 million. That's right, a penny, worth just 1 cent on its own, sold for over $1 million. This particular coin had an exceptionally clear and well-preserved double die error on both the date and the word liberty. The coin was authenticated and graded by professional coin grading services, which helped confirm its authenticity and rarity, allowing it to fetch such an impressive price at auction. The sale of this penny marked one of the highest prices ever recorded for a 1985 Lincoln penny. But the $1 million sale also showed just how valuable rare minting errors can be. While not every 1985 penny will be worth this much, this auction sale is a testament to the potential worth of a coin that might otherwise seem unremarkable. How to identify a rare 1985 Lincoln penny. So, how do you know if you have one of these rare and valuable 1985 Lincoln pennies? Well, it all comes down to looking for that special error and ensuring the coin is in excellent condition. Let's break it down. 1. Look for the double die error. The most important feature to look for in a valuable 1985 penny is the double die error. The doubling can appear on the date 1985 and the word liberty on the obverse of the coin. This means that the numbers in the date and the letters in liberty may appear slightly blurred or doubled. Inspect these areas closely to see if you can spot the subtle error. Sometimes the doubling will be easy to spot with the naked eye, but in other cases, you may need a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to identify it. 2. Examine other parts of the coin. While the double die error is the most valuable, it's also important to check for any other minting errors that might increase the coin's value. Some 1985 pennies might have die cracks, off-center strikes, or other unusual features that make them more valuable to collectors. Look at the coin's details carefully to see if there's anything unusual that might make it stand out from a standard penny. 3. Condition is key. The condition of the coin is just as important as the error itself. Coins that are in great shape, with minimal wear or damage, are worth much more than those that have been heavily circulated. A coin that is graded as mint state or proof condition will always fetch a higher price. If you find a 1985 penny with a double die error in good condition, it could be worth significantly more than its face value. 4. Use magnification. If you're having trouble spotting the doubling with the naked eye, don't worry. You can use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to get a closer look at the coin. This will help you identify the doubled inscriptions more clearly and help you determine whether it's worth further attention. 5. Get your coin graded. If you believe you've found a rare 1985 Lincoln penny, the next step is to have it graded by a professional service. Coin grading companies like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, can assess the condition of the coin and assign it a grade. A coin that has been graded and certified as authentic will always be more valuable than an ungraded coin, especially when it comes to rare finds like the 1985D double-die error penny. Selling your valuable 1985D Lincoln penny. Once you've identified that your 1985D Lincoln penny is a rare gem, you might be wondering how to sell it. There are a few options available for selling valuable coins like this. 1. Auction houses. The best way to sell a high-value coin is through a reputable auction house. These auction houses specialize in rare coins and can help you get the best price. When selling a coin worth millions, it's important to have it auctioned in a secure, professional environment where collectors can bid for it. 2. Coin dealers. Another option is to work with a reputable coin dealer. Dealers who specialize in rare coins can help you find buyers for your 1985D Lincoln penny and ensure you get a fair price. Just make sure to work with a trusted dealer who has experience with rare error coins. 3. Online platforms. If you'd like to sell your coin online, websites like eBay can be a good option. When selling on eBay or other platforms, it's important to provide high-quality images and accurate descriptions of the coin's condition. If your coin has been professionally graded, be sure to include the grading certification to confirm its authenticity. Conclusion. And that's a wrap on the 1985D Lincoln penny. While most of these pennies are worth just 1 cent, a rare version with the double-die error can be worth an incredible amount of money, up to $1.4 million. In fact, so, if you have any 1985D pennies lying around, make sure to take a close look. You might just have a hidden treasure on your hands. Remember, the key is identifying the error and ensuring the coin is in good condition. So take the time to examine it carefully. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more tips on coin collecting and rare finds. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or have any questions. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting. And screen. Check out our other videos on rare and valuable coins. And don't forget to subscribe for more. See you in the next one. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're a coin collector or just someone who enjoys the thrill of discovering valuable treasures in your pocket change, this video is for you. Today, we're diving into one of the most intriguing and valuable coins in U.S. history, the 1968 Lincoln penny. This coin, which might just be sitting in your spare change, could be worth up to $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right. It's hard to believe a simple penny could fetch such a huge price, but rare minting errors and exceptional conditions can turn an ordinary coin into a small fortune. Stick around as we explore the history of the 1968 Lincoln penny, why it's so valuable, and how to spot one worth a lot of money. Let's get started. The history of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny is one of the most iconic coins in U.S. numismatic history, first introduced in 1909. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin was issued to honor President Abraham Lincoln on the 100th anniversary of his birth. Over the years, the design has undergone several changes, but the portrait of Lincoln on the obverse has remained largely the same. In 1959, the reverse design was changed from the traditional wheat tears to the Lincoln Memorial, celebrating the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This new design remained in place for decades, including on the 1968 Lincoln penny, which still features the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The 1968 Lincoln penny was produced during a period of transition for U.S. coinage. It marked the end of the era when pennies were made primarily from 95% copper, as the U.S. Mint began experimenting with new metal compositions. But what really makes the 1968 penny interesting is that it's a part of a coin series where rare errors started to appear more frequently, making the 1968 penny an important piece in the world of coin collecting. Why is the 1968 Lincoln penny so special? While most 1968 pennies are worth only 1 cent, certain versions of the coin can be incredibly valuable due to minting errors. The main reason the 1968 penny is so special lies in the types of errors that occurred during its production, which caused certain pennies to be much rarer than others. One of the most significant errors associated with the 1968 Lincoln penny is the double die error. A double die error occurs when the coin's design is stamped more than once by the minting die, creating a visible doubling effect on the inscriptions or the date. In the case of the 1968 penny, you may notice that the date 1968 and the word Liberty appear slightly doubled or blurred. This type of error is relatively rare and can significantly increase the value of the coin. But that's not the only thing that makes the 1968 penny valuable. Another important factor is the condition of the coin. Pennies that have been well preserved, without significant wear or damage, are worth far more than those that have been heavily circulated. So, when it comes to the 1968 Lincoln penny, a combination of rare minting errors and excellent condition can make this coin worth a small fortune. Coins with double die errors or other types of minting mistakes can sometimes sell for thousands, if not millions of dollars, depending on the quality and rarity of the error. The $1.6 million penny. Let's talk about the $1.6 million figure. In 2018, a 1968 Lincoln penny featuring a double die error and in near-perfect condition was sold at auction for an incredible $1.6 million. Yes, this penny, which is worth just 1 cent in its regular form, fetched a jaw-dropping amount because of its rare error and pristine state. The auction created a lot of buzz in the numismatic community, as it showed just how much a single coin could be worth when it has the right combination of rarity and high-grade condition. The particular penny that sold for $1.6 million was graded by a professional coin grading service, and its double die error was clearly visible, making it highly desirable to collectors. It's important to note that the sale of this coin doesn't mean every 1968 penny with the double die error will fetch millions, but it does highlight the potential value of such coins in the right circumstances. The sale of this 1968 penny is a great example of why coin collecting can be such an exciting hobby. You never know what rare treasure might be hiding in your collection or pocket change. And this story is a perfect reminder of that. How to identify a rare 1968 Lincoln penny. Now, you might be wondering how to tell if you have one of these rare 1968 Lincoln pennies that could be worth a fortune. Identifying a valuable coin isn't always easy, but there are a few key things to look for. 1. Check for the double die error. The most important feature to look for in a valuable 1968 Lincoln penny is the double die error. The most noticeable doubling is often on the date 1968 and the word Liberty on the obverse of the coin. If you notice that these features appear doubled or blurred, your penny could be a rare find. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to examine these areas closely. 2. Examine the overall condition of the coin. The condition of the coin is incredibly important. Coins in mint or near mint condition, meaning they have little to no wear, scratches, or discoloration, are much more valuable than heavily circulated coins. If your 1968 penny is still shiny and in great shape, it could be worth much more than its face value, especially if it also has the double die error. 3. Look for other minting errors. While the double die error is the most valuable, some 1968 pennies might have other types of minting errors that could increase their value. Look for off-center strikes, die cracks, or other unusual marks on the coin that could make it stand out from the rest. 4. Use magnification for closer inspection. To spot the doubling on the date or lettering, use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. The error can be subtle, and a magnifying tool will help you see the doubled features more clearly. The more pronounced the doubling, the more valuable the coin is likely to be. 5. Get the coin graded. If you suspect that your 1968 penny could be a rare find, the next step is to have it professionally graded. Professional coin grading services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, will assess the condition of the coin, authenticate it, and assign it a grade. A graded coin is far more valuable than an ungraded one, especially when it comes to rare errors. Selling your valuable 1968 Lincoln penny. If you've identified a rare 1968 Lincoln penny with a minting error and in good condition, You might be wondering how to sell it. The best way to sell a high-value coin is through a reputable auction house or coin dealer who specializes in rare coins. Auction houses often host events where collectors from around the world bid on valuable coins, and you'll get the best chance to achieve a high sale price. You can also consider selling your coin through online platforms like eBay, but this comes with certain risks. Make sure to provide clear, detailed images of the coin, including close-ups of the error, and accurately describe the condition. If your coin is professionally graded, be sure to include that information in your listing. Conclusion. And that's a wrap on the 1968 Lincoln penny. While most of these pennies are worth just 1 cent, a rare version with the double die error or another type of minting mistake can be worth thousands, even millions of dollars. The sale of the 1968 penny for $1.6 million proves just how much a simple coin can be worth in the right condition and with the right error. So, if you have any 1968 pennies lying around, take a closer look. You could be sitting on a small fortune. I hope this video helped you learn more about the 1968 Lincoln penny and its potential value. If you liked the video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on valuable coin tips and insights. Have you ever found a rare coin? Drop a comment below and let us know. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting. And check out our other videos on rare and valuable coins, and don't forget to subscribe for more. See you in the next video.